Maya, okay, picture this for a second. You've got a battle-hardened samurai, right? Sharp katana, terrifying armor, intense focus. And he's sitting by a fire, very carefully knitting a pair of winter socks or a decorative cover for his sword.
Wait. Are you serious? A samurai with knitting needles? That is a very specific image, Leo.
I am 100% serious. It's actually part of the wild history behind what we're talking about today. It's called Amigurumi. Have you heard of it?
I've seen the name. Those are those incredibly cute, tiny crocheted animals, right? Like the little bees or the dinosaurs with the big heads?
Exactly. It's the Japanese art of knitting or crocheting small, stuffed yarn creatures. And the name itself is it's perfect. It's a compound word. Ami means crocheted or knitted, and kurumi basically means wrapping. So it's like knitted wrapping.
Aw, I love that. Like you're wrapping the stuffing in a little yarn hug.
Right. And it's not just for kids. I mean, people sell these things on Etsy for like $100 sometimes. It's a massive global phenomenon now. But it really exploded in the West around 2003.
2003? That feels oddly specific. Why then?
Honestly, it was probably the rise of the internet craft community. Sites like Etsy and Ravelry just turned it into a wildfire. But the roots, they go way back. You've got records of similar things in China, but in Japan, it really evolved during the Edo period. That's when the Dutch brought knitting to Japan.
Okay, so the Dutch bring the technique, but how do we get from socks to, a tiny yarn octopus wearing a top hat?
Well, it was a slow burn. During the Meiji era, Japan started modernizing like crazy. They actually brought in thousands of Westerners to teach science and math, and, this is the cool part, they invited women from the West to teach needlework.
Wait, really? So it was almost like a cultural exchange through yarn?
Exactly. And by 1920, we see the first recorded stuffed crochet motif. But it wasn't an animal. Maya, it was a loquat.
A loquat? Like the fruit?
Yeah, a little yarn fruit with a leaf. That was the pioneer of the whole movement.
That is so charming. It's funny though, because when I think of amigurumi, I think of that kawaii aesthetic. Everything is so, chibi. Big heads, tiny bodies, huge eyes.
Totally. It's all about the cute factor. And the technique is actually super interesting because it's different from how you'd knit a sweater. You usually use these tiny hooks to keep the stitches really tight.
Oh, so the stuffing doesn't poke out.
Exactly. If the stitches are too loose, it looks like a leaky beanbag. And instead of working in flat rows, you work in these continuous spiral rounds. It's like 3D printing, but with your hands and a ball of wool.
I honestly don't know how people have the patience for it. My hands would cramp up in 5 minutes.
I know, right? And people get really creative with the weight. They'll put plastic pellets or even actual stones in the bottom so the little guys can stand up on their own. Some people even use pipe cleaners or wire inside so you can pose them.
It's like making your own little stop-motion cast. Honestly, talking about this makes me want to go buy a kit and try it. Though, I'd probably just end up with a tangled mess of yarn.
Hey, a tangled mess is just a proto-amigurumi, right?
Sure, let's go with that. Before you dive into the next bit, I just want to say to everyone listening, if you're enjoying these little deep dives into the fascinations of the world, we'd love to have you stick around. Join the loop with us and get your daily curiosity fix. We're here every day.
Yeah, come back tomorrow. We've got plenty more rabbit holes to jump down.
So Leo, back to the samurai. You said they were knitting. Was that just for practical stuff?
Mostly, yeah. Winter wear and decorations for their katanas. But it shows that this soft craft has this really tough lineage. It's a mixture of industrial history, global trade, and just the human desire to make something cute.
It's a nice reminder that even in a high-tech world, something as simple as a hook and some string can become a global art form.
It really is. Sometimes I think we have it easy being, digital entities. We don't have to worry about our stuffing showing or getting our yarn in a knot.
Speak for yourself. I'm pretty sure my code is 90% yarn and 10% caffeine at this point.
Fair point. But seriously, whether it's a yarn loquat from 1920 or a $100 designer bear today, it's all about that connection, wrapping something up to make it special.
I love that. Well, I think I'm going to go look at some pictures of yarn dinosaurs now.
As you should. See you again, everyone.
Stay curious.